and ready, but it's all good. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Shay Ali. I'm here with you today on Inspired Online with another very special guest. We get some amazing guests on here. And today we're flying over virtually to Hanover. Now, I'd love to introduce you all to the lovely Monique Blokzyl. She is just an incredible human being. Professionally, she helps businesses to speak up. So do you have that voice and you need to speak up? She'll bring it out and then scale up. So if you already have that voice and you know what you're doing, but you want to make yourself like bigger and touch more people, she can help you do that and then basically inspire the world. So, you know, that's what you should be doing with your message. She does it with a lot of heart and soul and love. She's just this little bubble of love and we just love her, and she does everything that I see so full of enthusiasm and wonderfulness. And you know, and she describes herself as she's born German, but in a Latina body. So she loves, you know, the dancing and the nightlife and all that kind of thing. And so we are so delighted to have her with us here today on Inspired Online. So hello, Monique. How are you doing?
Oh, it's wonderful to have these beautiful, meaningful conversations on a regular basis, is it? So yeah, it's wonderful to be on with you and with all of you that are here with us. I know we are going through special times, special day today. Shay, wonderful to have me.
Absolutely, I was so delighted. Now, as you've spoken at Inspired before, the live version, but as you know, on Inspired Online, what we'd like to do is get all that juicy wisdom that you have and share it with everybody in a nutshell. So if you had to share your wisdom with the world, Monique, what would you say?
Oh my God, how much time do you have? But you know what? One of the most critical or the biggest challenges for speakers is actually to bring everything they know into a short period of time. So yeah, thank you for having me, Shay. It's wonderful. Thank you for your amazing introduction. Yes, I feel like I'm a Latina in a German body.
You are.
I always bring the best both worlds together. Always on time like a Latina and I dance like a German, right? Anyhow, so coming back to wisdom, I always say like I have three passions in my life. That is obviously, besides dancing, there's three more. There is the entrepreneurship. I just love to see when people take what they have and make it bigger and make it scalable. So they stop just selling their time, but they really serve people in a greater way. So it's really entrepreneurship. It's growing and scaling businesses all over the world. And then the other things, obviously speaking. I'm a speaker. I love to be on
stage.
We share a passion and a mission. You have inspired, but you know, you bring people on stage there. And I also have this passion to take people and make sure that people are stepping onto more stages so they share their message in a greater way. And they're making money with their speaking, directly and indirectly in many ways. So it's entrepreneurship and speaking. And my husband, who actually has his own business, right? But where entrepreneurship and speaking marries, it's where we create miracles, right? Because as an entrepreneur, we really need to say what we need to know what to say and how to say it to attract clients, to attract partners, to attract investors and get them to say yes on a few million investment. So and there's so many reasons why as entrepreneurs, as leaders, as change makers, we need to actually first of all embrace that we have a voice. Embrace that we have a powerful message inside, allow ourselves to get it out there, and once we are actually already on allowing it to get out there, why not getting it out there in a bigger way? And and also what I realize is a lot of entrepreneurs struggle so much with just putting into a few words what their business is about. And if our message is not clear, how can we actually become magnetic? If we don't know what to say and how to say things, how do we attract clients and everyone else we need in our business? And on the other side, I feel that it's not only people that want to be speakers, or entrepreneurs that want to use speaking to grow their business. It's pretty much anything we they say and how they say it.
Mm.
It's a question of what do I say on my website? How do
Yeah.
I say it?
Yeah.
On my flyers, in conversations, in sales conversations, it always comes back to speaking and communication.
Mm.
And on the other hand, I also work a lot with speakers that actually know how to speak and mesmerize and and enchant an audience, and often they get standing ovations, but they don't
Nice.
have a business structure around what they do, right? So
Mm.
they know they have a strong message, they're like fish in water on stage, but they're only making money when they're on stage, and they don't have a business structure around what they do, so they're only making money when they're actually physically on stage or with their clients. So we
It's
help them
such
to build a
important work.
business structure so
Mm.
they can actually bring what they do to a greater level. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So this is in a
So,
nutshell.
yeah, well, let's start picking that apart. And obviously many people, I hope everybody actually, is sitting at home right now. Stay at home, save lives, right? And they'll be thinking about, some people will be in that place of, what is my message? What am I going to speak about? And how can I make my voice heard? So if there was a piece of wisdom that you could give that group of people right now, what would that be?
Yeah. So there's a very simple concept that you can use, and methodology you can use to really kind of dig in, because to be honest, even I as a speaker, I realize that the greatest speeches I give when I don't do research online. Of course, gathering facts and figures and weave them into our speeches is great,
Yeah.
but the greatest speeches I give when I find the material inside. When I remember stories that I experienced, when I share what I experienced and so on in my life, and that is natural and authentic, and because it's me, that's what I've gone through.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say, as you're saying, Shay, a lot of people say, well, I'm not sure if I actually even have a message or what my message is. So I invite you to just go inside. And the guiding questions that I'd like to share with you to really kind of dig out what you're brilliant at and what your message is just ask yourself a few questions. Just simply ask yourself the question, what do I know? What do I know? There's a lot of things right? Like, Shay, you know how to put an event together. You know how to run incredible, interviews like this. I mean, you're also a barrister. You know one or two things about law. So there's a lot of things you know. So all of you that are with us right now, ask yourself, what do I know? And again, probably you can write like, only the topics that you know.
Yeah.
And then if you think like, I mean, I know so much, but what else? I don't know where to start there. Again, start asking yourself, what have you achieved, right? I mean, I know that not everyone has climbed Mount Everest, or not everyone has maybe written a best-selling book, but I'm sure there are things that you have achieved in your life. Maybe you have been on the inspired stage. What got you there, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you have, raised a child. Maybe you've gone through university. There's a lot of things you have achieved, I'm sure. Maybe you got an award. Maybe, what have you achieved that not everyone else has achieved, that other people might want to achieve as well? And then the third question that I always give, to my clients and everyone that wants to dig out their message is, what have you experienced? Because a lot of people come to me and say, Monique, I haven't climbed these big mountains and I haven't really done these amazing things. Yeah. But I always say, good, what have you experienced? What have you gone through in life?
Nice.
Some people have gone through a divorce. Others have gone through an illness. Others have gone through whatever else. I mean, if you're not just 1 year old, and I guess you're a little bit older than that, I'm sure you've experienced.
You probably are.
Right? I guess everyone that's here hopefully is not a toddler anymore.
Well, hello to our 1-year-old fans, if you want.
Exactly. And even a 1-year-old, oh my God, has achieved already or experienced so much already, right? But let's assume you're already like several decades old. You have experienced quite a few things that other people might just facing right now. If they would know how you've gone through that and what helped you to stay strong and come out in the other end in a healthy and vibrant and probably even stronger way, they would love to know that. Right? So it's really like, what do you know? What have you achieved? What have you experienced? And there's a few other questions you could ask yourself to dig these messages out. Yeah. But let's start with these three.
Yeah,
And just really
amazing.
take some time, take a piece of paper, write it all down, and look into what messages do you have inside that could serve others.
Yeah.
And then, Shay, there's another question a lot of people ask me. Now, I have my paper and I have these 100 topics written down. Which of those should I actually go forward to? Which of those should I focus on?
That would have been my question.
Yeah,
You
oh,
just
sorry.
I've got
Why
this
don't you
array of stuff.
Okay, so you want me to answer that question of yours?
I'm good in terms of my life, but you know, there may be some people, I kindly refer to myself as a polymath. So
Right.
if you are that polymath personality, what do you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have all these messages and you wonder like which Shay, you and I, we all right now live in a time where people are curious to learn more.
Mm.
People are watching more, people are learning more, people making time for that right now.
Yeah.
So it's time for you also to bring your message out. So which of these many amazing messages you could share with the world do you want to share? And there's 3 questions again you can ask yourself.
Love it.
First question is, which of these messages is closest to your heart?
Mm.
Because guess what? When people hear you speak about it, there's probably some people that hear you speak about it that say, hey, can you tell me more?
Mm.
Can you come and help me with this?
Yeah.
So it should be something that you love talking about, you love helping people with, because if not, hey, you're giving something out, people want more, but you say, hey, I don't want to give you more than that, right?
Yeah.
So you really want to choose a message that you love, that's close to your heart. The second question you want to ask yourself is, which of these messages that I could share is needed most by the people that I love most at the moment?
Right.
Because again, if you might know how to grow green tomatoes, and you might know how to run Facebook Lives, and you might know how to engage a community online, and you might know how to clean a window in the best way, right? So the question is, which of these messages do people that you love most need most right now? Because it's most likely that they are actually open to hear it when you say, hey, you know what, I could tell you about that topic. Would you love to know more?
Yeah.
And then the last question is, I know everyone is so concerned about making money right now. I know I work with clients all over the world, and some of them are going through tough times. Like I have a client that, she has an online business, and they stopped in her area. They stopped logistics. So, she's selling products online and they cannot be delivered. It's tough.
Yeah, that's really tough.
Other clients of mine, speakers, a lot of speakers, as you know, all the events are canceled. A lot of people are concerned about their income right now.
Yeah.
So here's the third question to ask yourself about what message you want to get out now.
Yeah.
Ask yourself, which of those are people most willing to pay money for?
Right.
If you're short of income right now, ask yourself not only what do I love and what is mostly needed by the people I love, but also which of these messages do I want to bring forward now that people would be willing to invest in learning? Because especially at the times right now, I know there's a lot of my clients that are under quite a lot of pressure. And we're really investigating what can they do right now with their message, with their business, to keep making money, to keep supporting themselves, of course, in the first place, and their families.
Yeah.
So their business is not only surviving, but growing and thriving. So I hope that helps you to find your message and pick the message that serves you in the best way right now. Did I answer the questions?
Very beautifully. We've got lots of homework to do for everybody out there, right? But I want to go back to what you said at the beginning about how to help people scale up, because this is the other problem that people are having right now. We might have a successful business, we might have a successful structure, and suddenly your work stream might have just gone, or whatever, or you might not have got to the stage where you've built that up to where you're very happy at the moment. So what would you say to the people that are in that place, to the scaling up place?
Yeah, there's a lot of steps you need to take. Okay, the first step that I would start looking into is, how is my business, what's my business concept right now? What are the products and services that I'm offering? And if you're, especially coaches, speakers, consultants, trainers that are often selling their time, think about how can I actually package what I normally do in a way that more people can use it in a more automated way, for example. It's also such a hot topic right now,
Yes.
where people say, hey, I can't see my clients right now, and if I can see them, it's online, and not all of my clients are open to that. A lot of the events where speakers go out to are canceled. So the question is, what can you do right now to actually package what you have, what you know, all the wisdom you normally give people face to face? How can you turn that into an online product, into an ebook, or into one of the other thousands of options that you have? Which of these packages could you start creating?
Yeah.
And just look at that. And if you have a lot of online things and you crave for going out there more going forward, think about, how can I deliver a lot of the things that I have right now, created? How can I get that out there in different ways? So the first thing I suggest is really look at your offering, look at the products and services that you offer, and think about, in what way can I add just one or more variations. Start with one to keep it easy, to really bring it out in a greater way so you can serve more people without investing more of your time. Okay? And so that's one. And another one is, a lot of people are just trying too hard to get everything done themselves. I've seen it, been there. Okay, plead guilty myself, right?
Yes, we all have. I think we've all been there.
When we are so passionate about what we do, right? We just want to serve and support, and especially when we are just selling our time, there's only as many clients we can work with. And often working on our business falls off the table, right? We find our clients, we do marketing, we sell, we deliver, we work with our clients, maybe we still do some admin work, and then our day is full. So what you need to do is start thinking about, how can you, and that's so the first one is business concept, the second one is team. Start not doing everything yourself. Start looking into, what am I doing every day that I'm not good at, that I don't like to do, that's just stealing my time, and start hiring people that can get things done for you. Okay, like find a virtual assistant to start with. If you have quite a few virtual assistants, have again another level, bring someone on board that can manage your virtual assistants, but really look into, how can I upgrade my team in a way that I can do what I'm most brilliant at, and in what way I contribute to my business success in the greatest way, and start delegating everything else. And then there is, maybe just as I promised, I'm going to mention 3 things. Another thing that's so important also to me, and I'm sure all of you, that is just, think about what you're spending your time with, not only in a perspective of team, but also ask yourself, when you started your business, why did you start it? What kind of life are you hoping to live when you started your business? And is that the life you're living today? So think about, what are you spending your time on? Are you allowing people to steal your time? And there's so many other things that you might want to look into. And again, there's, also you need to implement certain processes and systems. That's what I'm working on with my team right now, where we again really make sure everything runs smoothly on a bigger level. As we are taking more clients on board, we try to automate more, so that again, we free up our time to serve people in a greater way. And we have more time to be on interviews like this, right?
Yes, indeed.
So yeah, there's so much to say about scaling a business, but these are just a couple of nuggets, hopefully, that you can start considering on your side.
No, and you've just given literally so much content. So everybody out there, if you are running a business for yourself, I hope that, watch this interview back and do that homework, because it'll be so valuable, to have that for when one day we will get out of our houses. I just wanted to deal with we have these little voices in our heads sometimes, and one of those voices is the voice of objection. So where you say, hire some assistants to help you out, I can imagine some people out there going, but I can't afford an assistant, I can barely get food on the table myself. So what would you say to someone who's in that place?
So I'm getting a little bit of an echo. Is it okay, the sound from your side?
Yeah,
beautiful.
Perfect.
Okay, So it was as if there was like a little ghost sitting in my microphone. So that also happens sometimes, that unexpected things happen.
Yeah. Just like right now where you've paused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the greatest unexpected things that happen is the little voices inside that show up that say, who are you that can do that? Or, you know, as you said, like, how can I hire a team member where now it's even too tough time to even bring some, you know, bring food on my own table. Just remember, it's all only in our mind.
Yeah.
So the first thing I would say is, instead, listen to your heart and your gut. There is a wise version of yourself, a wiser version of yourself inside of you. You know what is right for you right now, okay? But really ask yourself, always just look into, hey, what's the next step that I want to take? What's the next place where I want to be in my life, in my business? I was just this morning listening to another interview with Esther Hicks, and she's, you know, often blowing my mind. So
Wonderful. Yeah.
again, it's yeah. So, and again, you know, I mean, she just said again, when you receive this message of where you want to be next, or who you want to become next, or where you want a business to be next, you're getting these messages because you're ready. If you weren't ready, you wouldn't get these messages, right? So again, you're always saying, I'm not ready, not now, you know, first something else. No. Once you have these insights and these wise voices speaking to you clearly, you're ready.
Yeah.
All you need to do in that moment is, of course, don't make any kind of stupid decisions, right? I mean, I'm not saying waste money in stupid ways, or, you know, but again, just ask yourself, instead of saying, I want this, but not now, or I can't afford it. At the second part, say, I want it, and ask one question.
Yeah.
That is, how do I make it happen? So whenever these voices come up, just ask yourself how you can make it happen. And I can tell you like a gazillion stories of entrepreneurs we've worked with and other entrepreneur friends I had, you know, that thought they wanted to make something happen, never thought it was possible, and then after a short period of time, it was real. It was their new, real, normal self, right?
Yeah.
So again, just ask yourself, how can I make it happen? And especially in times of crisis, I mean, Shay, you're interviewing amazing people, and I'm interviewing people as well, because that's a great way to learn and get inspired.
Learn and grow.
You know, I did an interview once with a guy, and he grew like a business in 2008, 2009 in the middle of New York, right? And everyone said, are you crazy? But he said it was the perfect time. Why? There was a lot of office space empty. There were a lot of people unemployed. So he would get free office space, and he would get people on his side that had a lot of time, you know, available. They just loved his mission and helped him.
Lovely.
Again, you don't need, even growing your team doesn't always mean from the beginning you need to pay people from day one. Ask yourself, how can I find someone and bring someone on board that can start doing things, maybe even to start with on a voluntary basis. So don't let these little voices take over and keep you small. Just ask yourself, how can I make it happen? And when you open up to the question, how, it changes everything.
I love it. I love that. You've given us so much content and so much value already, and the time has just like flown by. But I've got 2 final bits for you. Do you have any final words of wisdom that you'd like to share with us?
So many words of wisdom. But to be honest, the first thing, as I said, is just find this little voice inside and this message and get it out there now.
Yeah.
Now is the perfect time to share your message, because you can always trust that there's someone that needs to hear it in this moment of time. And then also, as you're getting the message out there, ask yourself, how can I do it in a bigger way? Expand, embrace opportunities. There's so many opportunities. Like get interviewed by Shay on her incredible Inspired online stage, right? And then go to one of her events. It was amazing. By the way, Shay, I don't know if I ever told you, but I was speaking in Delhi last year, and someone said, oh, I watched your interview, or I watched your speech on the Inspired stage. I said, really? From all the speaking that I'm always doing, she said, I watched the Inspired one. So yes,
More
it is.
people watch it than you might think. You know,
Yeah,
some of
exactly.
those videos have thousands of views. So, you know, and there's a lot
Exactly.
of, yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, you deserve it. You just do such a beautiful job with so much heart. And I know that everyone's seen that from the content that you've shared with us today, you know, how giving you are and how much value you're just giving to everyone out there. So tell us, how can we work with you? How can we get in touch? You know, what's what can people do if they want to find out more about Monique?
So of course, Shay, you are a creative, giving, loving soul, and so am I. We're asking ourselves, how can we support people in the times right now? And you know, so what I did is I love to make other people shine. So I started also an interview series. If you feel you have a message, reach out and let me know, and you know, we could do an interview as well. Also, we create a community which is called Heart, like Heart Powered Global Nation.
Can you repeat that? Sorry. Heart Powered Global
Because I feel we need to
Nation.
connect from heart to heart, nation, like nation.
Yeah.
Because I feel we need to connect from heart to heart, and I also feel that all of us. I mean, right now when you follow the news, it's like the Germans do this, and the UK, British do this, and Americans do this. I feel like we all are just one global nation.
Yeah, we're in this
So
together,
this is why we
guys. Yeah.
So look us up on Facebook, Heart Powered Global Nation.
Beautiful.
We'd love to have you. We love to bring entrepreneurs, business leaders, speakers, change makers together to support each other, to inspire each other. Because when I spoke to also my clients, they said, I need positive, uplifting news. So we share positive, uplifting news with each other on a regular basis. And we also, you know, I found ways of how we can train people. A lot of this, what I'm doing, webinars, you know, 2-week mastery course is free right now. So we help people to really get and grow their business in a regular, teach them step by step how to do it. So just come and join us at the Heart Powered Global Nation, and
beautiful.
we'd love to have you. And if you want to reach out to me personally, you can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me on Facebook, on a lot of other places. But yeah, I'd love to have you join us on the Heart Powered Global Nation.
Thank you so much. So yeah, I will tag you in this post. For those of you watching the video, thank you for tuning in. We've had quite a few comments and quite a few people watching actually. So thank you guys all for tuning in. That's awesome. I will post a better quality video of this later. So if you want to run this again and you want to see those exercises again, we will do that, and we'll send you all the links as well. But for now, Monique, keep yourself safe, look after hubby, look after your clients. We love you so much, and take care. We'll see you when all this is over, I guess.
Thank you, Shay. Thank you again for running these interviews. It's beautiful to have these meaningful conversations, and you are the inspired rock star lady, and thank you for having me, and thank you for doing this for all of us.
Such a pleasure.